As a part of EPC contracts, you as a project manager need to know the main tools and techniques to manage your site. Yes, you have a site manager, you have a construction manager, but you need to know what to monitor the main items during your project execution. Welcome to Whiteboard Project Management. This is Roman with you, and this episode will be specialized for site management. Grab your cup of coffee, prepare your white sheets, and let's hit the whiteboard to start the session. Considering the EPC project, now you finished with your engineering work and you start with your site work, managing the construction of the civil items or erection of the mechanical parts. We will discuss now the main topics for the site management. So I will write here you as a project manager. You have on site, you have your site manager, and you have your construction manager. As well as you have other team members on site, where those team members, you have your planner, you have your quality, and other team members. Same, many people are under those people. So the main organizational chart that you are on the head of the pyramid. The pyramid is here and you are here. For sure, when it's an EPC project or you are in the construction phase, so you are now on site, you might be the contractor for the EPC work, and you have your client. Your client might hire a PMC company, project management consultant company, a consultant who will manage the client's work. And you as an EPC contractor is here. So now, taking into consideration this structure of the project, and you start with your construction phase. So what are your main duties to follow on daily basis? The main items which you need to follow to manage your site properly. Definitely there will be some site rules where your site manager and your construction manager knows about it. But you as a project manager have already transmitted some document related to the site and you have approved it with your consultant and your client and early works prior to start of the construction. So if you have your construction time, start here. The start of the construction, here, the construction or the erection of the mechanical items, you need to start something before to prepare all these things ready. So you as a project manager, you need to check what is required. So the team mobilization to the site will be ready to starting this erection activity. So you need your team, you need your equipment and tools, and you need to start the mobilization. Furthermore, you need your documents and you need your material. So you as a project manager, you need to hold main items not limited to those, but you need to focus on those. You need to check that the material you had purchased, because it is an EPC, engineering, procurement and construction. So you need to check the P, the procurement, the material arrived to the site. You need to check your engineering works, the documents, that all documents are approved, and it's IFC, issue for construction, because the documents are issued for review, issued for approval, and then it's issued for construction, IFC. So you need the documents to be IFC ready. When it's IFC, then you can start with your construction. Mobilization means in each and every project you have a mobilization plan where you agreed this plan with your PMC and your client, and you have to fulfill some categories. Maybe you need to have a site office, you need to have your facilities to the site office, and then you need to mobilize your team and your equipment to the site. Once everything is ready, not limited only to those, but those are the main ones. This is ready, the PMC could give you the construction start. Then, now you start your construction. What should be your normal daily work? The site manager is managing the site for arranging the gate passes, for arranging the team, managing other things related to the site. The construction manager is physically on site, and he is managing the workers, the cranes, and all other people and movable tools and equipments on site. Your quality manager is working on his quality documentation, site quality documentation, and your planner is taking the progress. Now, you as a project manager, you start your day if you say this is your day, this is the start, and this is your finish. I will not mention here hours, because we all know sometimes you can work 10 hours a day on site, and sometimes it's required even to work like 18 hours. It depends on the site facilities. So normally or usually you come to the site, and after that you will start with your first review meeting. Review meeting with whom? With your team. Here it's enough to have maximum 40 minutes. It's 30 to 40 actually. So it's better to plan it as 30 minutes. So you arrive to the site, within half an hour you start with your today's meeting with your key person. 30 minutes review, like a brainstorm meeting, and then you go for a meeting with the client and PMC meeting. Client and PMC meeting could be 1 hour to 2 hours. That depends on the activities and everything. So you need to set now here the minutes of meeting where you need it to check the main critical milestones on site. And the PMC and the client agreed with you. Now here you need to check your punch list, you need to check your quality, you need to check your approvals, you need to check your permit to work, you need to check with your team members all the approved and non-approved documents, and what is hazarding you from stopping the work, and what you plan to work more. After this client meeting, you will attend a 1 hour maximum walk down, site walk down. Okay, the site walk down is to go to the site along with your PMC and along with the HSE guys to check the site and check the progress on site, what could affect you and what are the hazards and other things. So you will discuss all these things on site. You see it physically in your eyes. Then you will be closer to your workers and you will be closer to your team. When they will report something to you, you know exactly what is going on. Now I will explain the other parts related to the site. You start with your construction, and this is the timeline of your construction. The timeline of your construction ends by something called mechanical completion. So here you have your start of the erection. Then you have the erection phase or the construction phase. Then you have mechanical completion. What does this mean? The mechanical completion means that all items which are supplied to the site are installed according to the approved documents which are issued for construction. So you as an EPC contractor, you start with your work, you finished everything, and then you request the mechanical completion. The mechanical completion, when you submit it, it's subject to the client or the PMC to issue the certificate, the mechanical completion certificate. This, we call it MCC, and the MCC is issued by the client. He gives the certificate confirming the mechanical completion. At this stage, everything is done according to the detailed design engineering documents which is issued for construction. Everything is done according to those documents. After the mechanical completion, you move to the second stage. You finish your construction, but you are still managing the site because you are still on site. As we said, it's an EPC project. EPC means turnkey project. And turnkey project means you don't give the client only items which are set and mounted on the ground, but it's a functional items which gives the client the requirements, and it's turnkey project. So you move to the second stage where you will start with your preparing your equipment which are installed, preparing to put in operation. This we call it the cold commissioning. The commissioning stage is the preparation to start up, but the cold means if I have one item A, item B, and item C, and I have item A, B, C, both of them, you put some input here, okay, and they give an output here, and this is the output. And the client is saying that I have a turnkey project. That means you install to me client item A, B, and C, connect them all together. I will put these two inputs and I need this output. This is the EPC project. So the client see this like a black box for a while, but he is approving, he is viewing everything. But for him, I have inputs, I need output. So you give me this project. This is the preparation. So the construction phase here, the construction or the erection phase, this is mounting of those items according to the documents which are approved. Now, when everything is mounted and connected properly, you give that everything is mounted, you need the mechanical completion, the client gives you the certificate, and you are in the mechanical completion certificate. Now, you are moving to cold commission, where you need to take each individual item and check that this item is functional alone. Item A, I will check it alone. Item B, I will check it alone. Item C, I will check it alone. Always check the inputs and outputs, because item A or equipment A is supplied from supplier A. This is supplied from supplier B. This could be an MCC, a switchgear, and this could be a heater or other equipment, mechanical equipment or something. So this could be a pump. So these items are supplied from different suppliers. So we check from each supplier individually. They will come and check. This is the cold commission. Once everything is checked, now we will move to the other part, which is the hot commissioning. The hot commissioning now, this is the stage where the client will start give you the input and we start getting the output. Means the client will give you the media and we start putting all the system all together to be functional. This is why we call it hot. Okay? Cold means it's a dead item, individual item, we check it. Hot means that all items together are connected and we start working all together. Once the hot commission phase is completed, it leads to startup. Okay, it's a startup of the unit where you start it up. The unit is started and start producing the output. But you will start increasing your efficiency to the maximum, step by step, increasing the input and checking the output until you reach as what is defined in the contract. Maybe it's defined in the contract that you need unit to be run fully, stop 100%, or maybe you say that okay, the contract says that you need that to run 80% of the unit. You are now monitored by the contract conditions. What does this say? Once the unit started up, you are increasing, and this is the stabilization or unit stabilization. Okay, this could take some time, and once the unit is stabilized, then you are having the preliminary acceptance certificate, and then the guarantee period starts until your final acceptance certificate. So this is the simple timeline for you as a project manager on site to manage all these things. The project manager needs to have the site and construction manager during this period. Once the MCC starts, the team could be changed from site, your erection company could be finishing, and then you need your commissioning team, the specialized team, to start with commissioning the unit or commissioning the deliverables which he needs to give to the client. This could be a simple project, maybe simple item on site, and this could be like really one day, and this could be also a critical or complex unit in a factory or a power plant or a gas plant or oil refinery plant, where the commissioning and hot commissioning takes maybe 2-3 months, maybe more. So then you will go with your startup. Once the unit is started up, you need to stabilize the unit, increase the capacity, input and output, and you go with the guarantee test. Then you will get the provisional acceptance certificate from the client, and you have your guarantee period and then your final acceptance certificate. Once your final acceptance certificate is issued and you can issue the final invoice, then you can start with closing, step by step closing the project. Hope that this is like very simple way of explaining the site management for you as a project management in EPC projects. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.